My name is Thomas Dolly, as my friends call me Tommy. I grew up in a small town of Garwood, New Jersey, a very small suburb in Union County, New Jersey. Raised by a real good family. I had both my parents, and they were always there for me. Athletics, town functions. We were very involved in the town. My dad became a political figure, and he was always there for me. My mom always had a home-cooked meal. Raised with a lot of friends, a lot of families involved in my life, and it's just a really good upbringing. I wouldn't say I was spoiled, but I was definitely well off, and things were good. Along the years, somewhere along the line, there was something probably missing for me, and we experimented with a little bit of drugs and alcohol. I started doing that about 13 years old, 14 years old. Experimented with the alcohol and the drugs and through high school. Grades went down and life started to turn to where it was just one big party. Basically, around 18, I found cocaine. And this was the beginning of the end for me. Slowly but surely, as it went from experimental to recreational, to somewhere where my addiction crossed the line. My entire family had split up, and it was pretty devastating for me. I began to use the drugs to deal with the pain. For years, I went into my first rehab at 22 years old, and for years I just couldn't get it. I was in and out of rehabs. Now I'm 41 years old, and this being my last rehab, pray to God that I've been through a lot, in and out of 2 marriages, destroyed a lot of people's lives, in and out of jails, institutions, the streets, homelessness, just a lot of struggles. My life was a Jekyll and Hyde effect, the greatest guy in the world when I'm not using, and a total thief, criminal, and pretty much just a derelict in the streets. I hurt a lot of people along the way. Through the years, I've been in and out of AA and Christian programs, and I learned who God was. I was saved at the age of 29. I was 1999 in my first marriage. Having a good upbringing through the church for about a year or so, I once again fell back into my addiction. The struggles. My first child was born, and it was always a little bit too much to handle. Perseverance wasn't there yet. I had the willingness, I couldn't persevere. So for years, I ran away from things that were trouble for me. Before coming to the Market Street Mission, I'd spent 45 days in jail. I was in the the later stages of my second marriage. We have been separated due to me once again picking up. I spent 45 days in Delaney Hall and got out, and for 1 week still continued to decide to try to do things on my own. Couldn't find any way possible where something would work for me. God closed every door. Through no alternative, my sponsor, Fred Douglas, brought me to the Market Street Mission. Every other door was closed. It was truly the last house on the block for me. I was an emotional mess, just full of emotions, very sensitive. My insides were completely tore up. I was basically facing either suicide or the mission. Thank God, from what I've learned over the years, my spirit was willing, but my flesh was weak. So I continued to press on through the troubles. I drove a lot of people nuts in here, but I got it all out. The Market Street Mission has truly helped me empty the garbage in my life, get the stuff out of me that needed to come out. For years, I had plenty of things around me that worked well, that I put together well, but I could never seem to get me right. The Market Street Mission has pointed out a lot of areas in my life and totally did an inside-out job for me. I'm very grateful to the mission. I experienced a lot of things here. I pretty much picked everyone's brain from the top of the ladder down to the bottom, from the director down. In pre-program, I was very disoriented and went through a lot of court cases and trials. But I definitely want to thank Keith Murphy and Phil Richards for having faith in me and faith in God, for helping me through this, because at one point I didn't know if I was going to be able to stay. Chris Draza has done a lot for me in my legal. Got a humongous folder, probably bigger than any folder anybody's had in here, of my mess. Miss Diane has been a blessing to my life. She's really pointed out some areas in my life to really look at and to deal with, and a lot to let go. My mom and dad and my brother and sister have been restored back to my life this Thanksgiving, and it's been a blessing to have them once again in my life. I'm so grateful that they're here for me once again, as they have been just really encouraging. I thank the staff, the leadership, all the men that came through the program with me. Victor Medina, Bob Evans, Chaplain Cole, just too many to list. Outside of the mission, Michael Connell, my sponsor Fred Douglas, and all the men and women in AA who have pushed me through. I'm so grateful for every one of you, the ones that are here today to experience this great day with me. The Bible says, do not grow weary in well-doing, but in due season you will reap if we faint not. Today I will persevere and enjoy this great day. I have a plan to leave it in God's hands and to use me to benefit Him and His kingdom, all to His glory. So it's His plan, not mine. Thank you.